What's going on, guys? My name is Dennis Anthony with Evolution Traders. Before I get into this video on how you can learn to start to day trade in 2021 and what type of strategy for beginners that you can implement, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Also join the community that I've built of like-minded traders. That Discord link is down in the description box below. But let's get into this video. So I wanted to kind of make a video for complete beginners. Let's say you just signed up for your brokerage account. Let's say you opened up your TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. You've loaded up some money in there. Let's say you loaded up $1,000 and now you're ready to start day trading. So there's a few things that you're going to want to learn before you start actually hitting that buy button and buying stock and or options. You're going to need to learn a strategy. So one of the best easy strategies that I can think to play is buying stocks that are ready to break out. Okay, so I have a lot of lines on my chart. It can look very, very confusing to a new trader. But the way that I trade, I've been trading like this for 5 years. I learned from someone who's been in the game, who came off, Wall Street as a prop trader, going all the way back to the early 90s. Great mentor and friend of mine. So I've kind of developed and learned his system and then kind of tinkered and, twisted it around into my own way that made it comfortable for me. I do have a website, evolutiontraders.com, where I have a course of 23 videos over 2 hours long showing you guys exactly what all of these lines mean. That link is down in the description box below. But getting back into the video, you're going to need to learn a trading strategy. So take away all of these crazy colored lines that I have on my screen. Okay. Just imagine that they're not even there. The white lines is what I want you to focus on. So this 144.53, 148.58, 151.68. These are trend lines that I drew on my Thinkorswim platform here. So the first one of 144.53 was a breakout that I was looking to buy here. Came up, tested support going back here to June the 7th, got rejected. So what I was looking at here is that if we could confirm this price action here, which we got rejected on 7.7 here, if we could confirm this price action was going to be an area of opportunity where I would want to get long and potentially swing this trade. The stock that we're looking at here is Apple. You see here 2 days later, we confirmed on 7.9. I entered the trade here as long as we did not cross below the 5-day moving average, which is the closest term sentiment, which Apple was really been riding for the past few weeks here. As long as we did not get a close below the 5-day moving average, I was going to continue to swing this trade and stay in the trade. I am an options player, so I do trade equities, meaning I do buy shares occasionally, but I'm more of an options trader. So on this trade at 144.53, I was looking for the confirmation break. I did go long 10 contracts. As long as we were trading above the 5-day moving average, my contracts with the strike price that I bought was in the money. So or just right at the money. So I did buy a 145 strike, which was 50 cents out of the money. But I bought the 145 strikes for 2 weeks out on the expiration. So anytime that I am swing trading a stock, meaning that I want to hold it longer than 1 day, meaning I'm not going to buy and sell on the same day. I'm never going to go same week expiration just because I don't want my premium to be eaten up on my options, and I don't want to lose value if the stock starts to work against me and or comes back into support. So I try to go 2 weeks out, and as soon as I get profitable, 20, 30, 50% of my contracts, I definitely sell, regardless if I missed the majority of the move. And that's one thing as a new trader that a lot of new traders fail to realize, is that when you're just starting out, it's not about hitting the home run. It's more so about, can you get profitable and can you control your emotions enough to take the profits that the stock has given you when they gave them to you, if that makes sense. So in other words, let's say, for example, you took 10 contracts of Apple at a 145 strike. You took it here. The next day we did have a little bit of a red day. However, we stayed above the 5-day moving average. Going here to 713, not only did we pass the high bar candle here on the red day, put in a top wick of 147.45. So you can see here from 144.53, which was the entry price here, all the way up here to 147.45 is about a 2.5 point move. I did take the 145 strikes. So now my contracts are now $2 in the money. If we are trading equities, meaning you are buying shares, you have now made $2 per share from your entry point. So let's take, for example, you bought 100 share lots in 2 days. A 2-day swing, you would have made $200 profit on this trade. You could have wiped your hands, closed the trade, taken your profits, and gone about your business looking for another setup. So one thing that I do want to preach and emphasize to new traders is that when you get profitable, take those profits along the way. Take them when you have them, because the market does not have to give you anything, as shown here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days later, this trade went from being profitable to now, if you were still holding, negative. And as a new trader with real emotions involved and real money on the line, this can be a bit of a panic here, being that you are now down 1.2 points from your entry. So 100 share lot could have put you down $200 versus taking a profit of $200. So that's the main thing when you do start off trading, until you get very, very comfortable and until you trade a stock multiple times. Like for me, I trade Apple maybe 5 to 10 times a month. So I'm very familiar with the way that it moves, how much it moves, and when it does move against me, where I have a pretty good example or idea of getting out of the trade. So realistically, how you're going to start trading for a new trader is buying breakouts. So when a stock is, following a trend line and moving up, you want to be buying tops. Okay, so if we set in a new high here, we want to set a pivot point, meaning that we want to draw a trend line here. We want to let the stock put in a top. We do want the stock to come in, back test support, and we do want to take a second entry of confirmation of that new top. So here we put in a high of 144.53 on this close. We back tested support, which was the 5-day moving average. 2 days later, we confirmed this price action. This was our area of entry to get long in the stock. And we are going to hold this trade until we close below the 5-day moving average. Okay, 5-day moving average would be the green line on my chart. This would be our exit to leave the trade. Now, if I just go to another setup here, you can see we put in a new high here at 149.64. We got a little bit of confirmation here, but we did not close over the confirmation, meaning that we did not close over the high. So I would have never entered this trade. Remember, if we set a pivot point, let's say, for example, you wanted to trade Apple on 714, that price that you were looking to confirm was 149.54. We did pass it. However, we did not close above it. So we would have never entered this trade. We can just take this trend line off. We come back down, back test the 5-day moving average. There's no trade here. We gap down below the 10-day moving average. There is no trade here. On this day, not only do we confirm the price action of the red candle, but we close over the 10 and the 5-day moving average. This could have been another area to buy a breakout of this top wick. This price here, we would have set a trend line at the top wick. That price is $147.10. What we would be doing in the meantime would be sitting on our hands, waiting for the stock to confirm this price action. As soon as it confirms this price action is when we are going to want to get long on the stock. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, within 3 days, we confirm that price action, opening up with a little bit of a gap up here at 147.50. This is our area to get long in the stock. So in one trading session, Apple went from 147.50 and closed at 148.47, 148.50, meaning that you would, 148.47, 148.50, meaning that 2 days later, you could have entered this trade, been in a day trade, and made 1 point on your investment. again, going back to the example, if you would have taken 100 shares of Apple, you would have made 1 point, meaning that you would have made $100 on your 100 shares of Apple in a single day. If you would have been playing options contracts, definitely want to go as close to the money as possible, meaning that if the current stock price is 148.58 or 147.10, you would look to either buy strike prices as close to 147 as you can possibly get them and or afford based on your trading account size. If you have to go maybe 50 cents, $1 out of the money would be realistically the most that I would want to go out of the money. I wouldn't want to take, $150 strike or $155 strike if the stock is currently trading at 147. I'm going to want to stay within that dollar range on the stock price on options. So let me just go ahead and remove this so I don't get confused here. But as a new trader, you need to find a trading strategy that works for you. I recommend buying breakouts. There's multiple different strategies that you can use, multiple different indicators you can use. You can use the 5-day moving average, the 9 EMA, the 20 SMA. You can use bull flag breakouts. You can use triangle patterns. There's so many different patterns. There's so many different candlesticks. There's so many different, studies that you can put on your chart to kind of help you trade. You can trade the VWAP. You can trade the RSI, oversold, overbought. So many that you can learn. I currently use moving averages. I use a lot of them. I use breakouts and I use bounces. If you guys do want to learn more information on how I trade, my website is in the description box below at evolutiontraders.com. Also, if you want to join a community with like-minded traders and kind of bounce ideas off of other traders who are in the market trading daily, join the Discord down in the link in the description box below. I will make more training videos going forward, but I kind of wanted to just give you guys a brief overview on how you can get started day trading as a beginner in 2021. Also, guys, if you did stay to the end of this video, please do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, drop me a comment. I will see you guys all on the next video.